Yeah. You are tuned in to Offering Something. I am your host, Michael Bernier, feeling so good to be alive. That's for sure. You know I love you for watching the show. If you're checking it on that YouTube jam, please lean on that subscribe button for me. I love you for doing that. Offering Something also available on all those major streaming platforms. Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, Roku TV, Distro TV, all that on the Plymouth Rock TV channel. And you know I got a whole lot of love for our super sweet support system at Enjoy Your Life brand, Riverwalk Brewing Company, and the Higher Education Music and Arts Festival. All right, y'all. We have a hella good episode in store for you today with a guest who is a professional snowboarder, an international competitor, an Olympic medalist, a world quarter pipe champion, an extreme sports icon, a defier of all things gravity, an entrepreneur, a brand in and of himself, and a super amazing human being. Yeah, and he is forever offering something. It is my pleasure to introduce to y'all Mr. Scotty Lago.
Damn.
Yeah,
thank you. What an intro, man. Dude, I'm impressed. I mean, I wish I would get that kind of love, like when I'm dropping into a contest. Someone to just announce me like that.
Man, come on, you gotta get me. There he is, it's Scotty Lago. Yeah, why? Yeah, I would love to be that guy. So, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I appreciate you taking
the
time to move your physical body to this location.
Mm-hmm. Took me
Very
a whole
kind of you.
20 minutes.
Ooh, like neighbors.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so in your own words here, what is it about your snowboarding style that made you unique, that allowed you to have such an impact, to be a game changer, that ultimately led to your iconic level of success? Was there something about you and your style? Why did it happen to you?
Well, I've just been in the game for a while. You know, I mean, first of all, I dedicated my life to snowboarding. You know,
Yes,
I started snowboarding at like 7. Just grinding. I mean, like it didn't feel like grinding at the time or at all, because it's something that I love to do. But I would say something that kind of sets me apart is, I don't know, I like to go big.
Go big.
Like in the half pipe, even on a jump. I think that, going big and doing it properly shows style, shows your comfort, and, that style alone.
So when people talk big air, they're talking about Scotty.
Well, like, no, I don't think I would be the first to. But
do you make it into that conversation?
I might make it into the conversation.
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
I've had some moments.
Yeah, you have.
Yep.
Yeah. So then let's take it back to the jump start. When did you first ride a snowboard? Where were you? Who were you with?
I was
the scene?
7 years old.
7 years old.
Yeah, and I used to go up to Quebec. My mom's side of the family's up there, and we would go visit the family and go skiing and stuff like that. And then we'd see these snowboarders come down. I remember going up the chairlift with my dad, and like they're like all in slow signs and like, spraying each other, doing 180s, and like all the good guys were like, all the good snowboarders were wearing all brown, like full like onesie jumpsuits, all brown, and I'm like, Dad, I want to be a brownie, like that looks so fun. He's like, all right,
okay.
So the next year,
you got
my
your brownie
grandfather
suit?
ended up. No, I didn't even know I was getting a board. Board got dropped off for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was off to the races, dude.
What was the first board?
It was a Nyadecker 127.
Yep.
127 centimeters, and at the time it was way too big for me.
Right.
But I totally remember the board. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I wish I still had it, but yeah, it had 2 big headlights on it, and I gotta look it up, try to see if I can find it on eBay, and then
Nyabecker? What is it?
Nyadecker.
Nyadecker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where were you living at this point? Where's home?
I'm living right now in Southampton.
At that time, as a young 7-year-old Scotty Lago.
One town over in Seabrook.
Seabrook, New
Seabrook,
Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yep.
You love Seabrook?
Right on the. I love Seabrook. Yeah. Yep. Born and raised, and then, like I said, I moved a whole town over. I think I might be the only professional snowboarder who still stayed on the East Coast during his entire career. So I traveled. I mean, like
running it out here.
Yeah, totally. I'm repping.
Yeah.
I'm a homebody, so I mean, like, I love being home.
So after those first rides out there in Quebec, where was it that you had this feeling, oh, I want to be a snowboarder, and what are the first mountains you're riding on out here?
Well, I started on a hill.
On a hill?
Yeah, the Amesbury Sports Park.
That's a hill? That's definitely a hill too been seen.
Yeah, totally. So at the time, they had a snowboard park off to the left. It's like a full-grown forest now, so kind of shows you.
They had an actual, like...
Yeah, it was like a full snowboard park, like snowboarders only. Bro. Yeah. It was pretty cool. So they had a T-bar. You took the same T-bar. Essentially, you would hook up to the sleds, and I just hot-lapped that thing. Met my long-term friend and manager, Scott Millette, there.
Oh,
he was like,
Scotty boy.
Yeah. He was managing the snowboard park.
Yeah.
And him and like all of his homies were just hanging out at the trailer at the bottom and snowboarding. Like they're like 10 years, maybe 15 years older than me, and like I was just stoked to be hanging with those boys and watching them snowboard and stuff like that. And my dad would just drop my ass off, and
you just ride.
Yeah.
So,
but I kind of bounced a bunch, from there, and I, started doing local contests like up in Vermont and some New Hampshire. And started getting into competing.
So competition was the way to take it from hitting the parks and just going to the mountains to a more professional level. So let's think about the first contest. Where is it? What is it? You recall?
Dude, I don't really remember my first contest.
Give me some early on contest.
Well, I remember going to the U.S. Open.
All right, so
the U.S. Open is up at was in Stratton, Vermont, and that was like the premier event. Still is a premier event.
So how did you just like get into the U.S. Open? How did that occur for you?
I actually foreran the finals. So forerunning is like essentially the judges kind of need you to drop in before the contest starts, and they'll do a fake trial judge on your riding, even though I was even close to the caliber of the riders that were in finals. So that was my first experience. And then I remember meeting all the pros and stuff that I looked up to that I watched in snowboard videos and magazines and stuff. They were all there, and it was really cool to see them in person. And now I'm happy to say that I'm like,
right up there with them.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and then also like my heroes back in the day when I was a kid, I'm like homies with them now,
shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, let them know that like, hey, dude, you had a big impact, on my life, growing up, and I'm just stoked that I can like talk to them like that.
Level up.
Yeah, level up.
I like that. So you're in these early competitions. Who's you have a team at that point? Are people rolling with you to these things? You got support. Who's the system?
Yeah, it's my parents.
Your parents?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. They would rally me up to Vermont, and we'd do the series called the Green Mountain Series.
Yep.
A lot of good snowboarders came out of that series. Danny Cass and Ross Powers, Kelly Clark, Lane Knack. A lot of good riders. So I was in some good company, and the level of riding during that with that series was pretty tough. So good series to start competing in, I guess.
So you mentioned there the folks that you had looked up to, and then who you ended up actually kind of hanging out in the same world as. Who are some of those riders specifically that impacted you?
Specifically, Terry Hawkinson. He's from Norway.
Yep.
Like when I first started going to the U.S. Open, I mean, like he was the best of the best. He banned he boycotted the Olympics. Would have been a shoe-in. Pretty much would have been a shoe-in to win as well.
Yeah.
But he didn't want it to be run by skiers, and it was kind of a ski federation that's running it, still is running it. So he just wasn't down for that, and pretty pretty damn credible. You
Yeah,
know, what I mean? It's like knowing that you can go to the Olympics and win.
And you're like, nah,
and then
I'm
you're
not
like,
doing it.
Yeah, it's like that's the
I'm
kind of like
holding it
person he
down.
is.
Yeah.
He totally.
Mm-hmm.
And he still rips, dude.
Yeah.
He still rips. Like
he kind of won.
Yeah,
By
no,
not
he's
going.
crushing it. Yeah, totally.
So you're sitting there, you're crushing things on these competitions that you're entering, you're feeling good about it, and then something happens, whether it be an invite to participate in some competition or a sponsorship comes down the line where you're like in your parents' house and you're like going into the bathroom, you look in the mirror and you're like, is this real? Is this actually, wow, this is, I think I've arrived. This is some
dude,
real...
it's such a slow progression, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's such baby steps. I mean, I remember I got a pair of freaking Airwalk boot laces.
Ooh.
Boot laces,
Just laces.
Dude, laces, literally. And I'm like, yo, I made it,
balling.
dude. This is sick. I'm sponsored. Can you believe, like, you know what I mean? That would be like the equivalent to like me, like, the feeling I felt was, would be equivalent to me like receiving a freaking Lamborghini, you know, whatever, a new Tesla or something like that.
Yeah, at this point to get that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know.
That was
so
a win,
like,
though.
it started at laces, you know what I mean? And then, you know, developed from there. But
I got you.
I guess a big turning point is when I won nationals in 1999.
Here we go.
I got sponsored by Billabong. And I was with Billabong for a long time after that. So.
And how's that relationship with Billabong? How has that played out? You love
it was
them?
good. So I'm not with Billabong anymore. I ended up going with Nike at the time. They were doing a big push. With snowboarding. Yeah. And they offered me some stuff that I couldn't
turn down.
You know. So we parted ways, and all's good. I still best friends with my team manager and reach out all the time and and keep in contact with them.
I like that. So riding your snowboard, what exactly is a snowboard actually made out of? What's the material here?
Just a little bit of everything. You got like almost like a base is like a P-Tex almost material. It has a wood core, you know, different types of wood. You know, my boards are a Polonia wood core, super light, super strong.
Polonia?
Polonia.
Yeah.
It's like P-A-U-L-W. You know what?
We don't have to get that
I'm not even,
spelling.
I definitely just butchered that. No one try to spell that, okay? And that, you know, some carbon fiber strips in high breakage points, you know, like around where the bindings are, and, you know, get a lacquer on top, and a little bit of everything.
So
Mesh.
Riding this board has taken you from a hill in Amesbury around the world. Let's talk about just locations. Forget about the actual snowboarding spots that you got to, and you're like, damn, this was not on the list, and it should have been.
Yeah, no, that's a good one, man. So, you know, I've been all around the States, all the cold places, though.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
mountain
the kind of
towns
the
and
downside.
stuff.
You got the cold.
Usually go to Alaska, you know, once a year.
How's riding out in
spring.
Alaska?
It's unbelievable.
Is it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Crazy. Yeah, we used to go up to this spot, or the spot that I go to, Thompson Pass. Actually, might rally out there soon. Heliop just hit me up, so.
Ooh.
So we can work out a deal, you know? Like, what kind of deal can we work out?
I think it's going to work out.
I hope so. That would be great. But anyway, so Japan. Used to go to Japan a bunch. Argentina, Chile, New Zealand, all over Europe.
Wow.
Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, Finland, up like near the Arctic Circle, up in Lapland, Finland. Pretty cool. You would go to the bar, you know.
Yes, you would.
And then you would go to the bar a lot. And we would come out, like we would get like a couple of drinks and come out, and then the sun would be up. And you're like, whoa, this freaking stays bright all the time. Crazy.
Look at that.
And then I've never been there in the dead of winter, but I bet you that place is super depressing. You know, you got like 30 minutes of sun. You're just like,
it really is a
vitamin
little
D.
sunshine.
Yeah, for real.
It's not looking good in here at all.
No doubt about it.
So since all of that travel happened,
Are you now like, yeah, I'm pretty cool with traveling. I'm happy to be home. Or
Yeah,
you yearning to get out there.
No, I do love to be home.
You do
for sure. But I love certain places like, New Zealand and Japan have a special spot in my heart. I mean, I love Japan. First of all, they get more snow than anyone on planet
I just
Earth.
don't think that really in my head.
It's unbelievable. It snows every single day there. I mean, I've had some of my deepest days straight up, like in December. Like,
how much time have you spent in Japan?
I spent probably a couple months, maybe 2-3 months or something like that. Over years, I guess. Go 2-week trip or usually nothing under a week because it's a pretty big commitment getting there, and getting back. But yeah, man, like I love the culture. The people are so great. They're so nice and genuine, and I love the food, and the snowboarding just doesn't get any better. And New Zealand is just like a badass country. They're just it really, I mean, like the people there are pretty badass, super loose, like very like loose laws, but everyone gets along. It's like almost like maybe like early America.
Why is New Zealand so like hot in Australia in my head? That's not the case.
So they opposite seasons.
Gotcha.
So our summertime will be their winter. So I'll go down there in the summer and board. So,
so when you started doing all this, like you said, you're like 7 years old, and then things just work out. They're working out. And have you ever had a job? Do you have any idea what the traditional American employment system of a 9-to-5 occupation with some kind of vacation here and there and like a holiday? Do you know anything about this? Have you ever done it?
I've never done it. No,
you've never done it.
Which is I know it's kind of crazy.
I love it.
But I do understand it.
You understand it. What makes you think you understand that?
Like, dude, to be honest with you, I never pay attention to the weekends, because the weekends are another day for me. You know what I mean? So like, I have to like, I'm like,
I know where you're going with
weekends,
this, but hold on.
because people get off on the weekends, and like, I can't just party on Monday night because you know what I mean? Like, so like that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really know where I was going with that, but can't party on a Monday night, I guess.
Yeah, that's where you were going. No parties on Mondays. I'm just saying you've never had a traditional job, and that's beautiful.
Yep.
Nice work with that.
Not yet, at least.
No.
Never know. I don't plan on it though.
It's not
Honestly,
happening.
I don't plan
Scotty,
on it.
not happening.
Not happening.
No, boy. Why do you snowboard? Like, what was the point of it all then? Was it, oh boy, I'm good at this, so I'm gonna roll with it, or was there this deep?
No, it was just
love for it.
It was just like, first what drew to me is like, it was just visually appealing. Like for me, and I'd see someone do a trick, it would just like kind of like take my breath away, you know what I mean? Be like, whoa, and like it was cool, And I wanted to be, snowboarding at that level, where like I wanted to be cool, you know what I mean? Like, all those tricks and stuff, it was badass, and that's kind of what was driving me. And I have a lot of different motivations, for snowboarding, One of the big things is respect to my peers, all my other friends who are professional, I want their respect, on my board, and that drives me, motivates me, stokes me out when I do a trick and they applaud it or whatever. So, and then, dude, there's no better feeling when you learn a new trick. It's
Let's
like
talk
that
about
crazy
tricks.
adrenaline rush.
How do you learn a new trick? And as time went on, did you work with a team to develop your tricks?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as time went on.
Let's talk about trick development.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really, really progressed over the years. Nowadays there's airbags, so you can launch a jump, land in an airbag or a foam pit. Yeah, but mostly airbags. You can land on your head and you'll be,
see
decent.
dudes like motocross
doing
like Travis Pastrana's out there hitting these lips and then landed in like a big pile of foam.
Yeah, totally. So like that's that's this generation, but before it was honestly just the more you could watch it on a snowboard video, and then like you just ingrained it in your head, and like I'm a firm believer if you can see it in your head, as far as a trick goes, then you can do it, and it usually always worked out like that, even if you've never done it before. But that being said, you got to still work your way up baby steps. You start at a 180, a frontside 180. then do a backside 180. And then, all of a sudden you're at a 1080, and then your 1080 becomes stock. And you're like, I need to go double cork, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Break up the axis. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
How
baby steps.
How do you work your way into like a backflip though? Is there?
I remember my first backflip.
Let's hear that one.
Dude, I was out in Wyoming, and I was snowboarding with my buddy Tom Flacco.
Yep. Tom Flacco.
Tom Flacco. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we built this big booter, and I was little. I think I was maybe like 9 or something like that, and I was so scared. I was landing in powder. I wasn't even carrying enough speed to make the landing. Like I was going like it's like a 40-foot booter, but I was going like 15 feet, But I was still landing in the flat, but in powder. I was just all good. And I remember I'm doing it back. I was so nervous, dude. So nervous rolling into it. Did it. Stomped it like on the flat because I was only going 15 feet, and then I just started bawling, crying because I was like, it was super scary, and like I couldn't believe I just did that, which is hilarious. But also like that adrenaline rush you get after doing that. Yeah, exactly. I would have just like.
So you stuck it, and then you broke into tears.
That's it, dude. Yeah.
Wow, man, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's funny. It's like backflips are the easiest tricks you can do. It's like backflip and a 360.
Those are the easiest.
But yet, like
once you do it and you're like, oh, okay, I'm comfortable with that.
Totally.
I see.
Yeah. The scary part is the takeoff, and then the rest is you're cruising.
You one of these guys that if you had decided to dedicate your time to surfing, you would just be the best at that too? Like, do you think you could be a pro surf contender had you dedicated your time there?
I do. I do think that. Yeah,
Yeah.
just I think I'm built a little bit differently. It's not physically, but I'm built like fucking Gumby physically. But mentally, I'm very goal oriented. That's when I'm working towards my goal.
Yeah.
Working to better myself. Then I'm at my happiest. So if you're
Set
kind
your
of
eyes
grinding,
on the prize.
and that makes me happy to work towards a goal. So if my goal was to be a professional surfer, I'm not saying. I mean, I think there'd be a chance. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You're pretty confident it would happen. Yeah.
I'm a total kook at surfing too, which is hilarious. I get broke off all the time surfing. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
Are you surfing more at this point in life than you are snowboarding?
No.
There was a little waiver there. Is that like kind of in question?
Yeah, I just kind of go in waves with surfing.
Yeah.
No pun, Like
Yeah.
I'll just get in a zone where I'll be like going up like daybreak sessions like all the time. When the waves are good, then the waves would die down, and as they do on the East Coast around here, and then it's like
come and go.
Then I kind of forget about surfing, and I get into some random other hobby that I'm into. And
gotcha. What other random hobbies you?
Dude, I'm just like an outdoorsman. I love to be out in the woods and on
that
nature.
topic. Hold on. I understand that you can talk to turkeys like no other. Like you can call a wild turkey. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. Yeah.
Where does this skill come from, Scotty?
It comes from hunting them. But I do have a
you
call.
tried it once
call,
and you were the best at it?
No. It's, believe it or not, a lot of people don't understand. Like turkeys have the best eyes in the woods. I mean, it's unbelievable.
All right.
So they're quite challenging to hunt. Honestly, if I think they could smell really good, like a whitetail can, like a deer can, they're pretty much be impossible to kill. But during the spring, they gobble. This is their mating season, so you do a call like the female. And
can you give me an example of the call? Are you going to do that?
Well, I don't have a turkey call.
You need a turkey call. What if you're out there without the actual device and you're going to try on your own? Is there something you do?
You'll listen for the gobble. So you wake up before daybreak, and they'll gobble in the tree, in the roost, it's called.
Yeah.
Before, and then, so essentially you would get as close to them as you could.
Yeah.
You
wouldn't attempt to make any kind of call in response to that without your device. What is it called?
Not without practice, no.
No. Have you practiced? Can you do this?
I mean,
let's try.
I'll try. This is going to be disgusting, but it goes something like this. Pretty much, yeah.
I have no point of how to judge
you'll
that.
Hear the tom.
I could have been perfect.
And then you're like, all right, he's interested, you know. And then you got to play this, you know, this game with a turkey, and it's
But is
tough
it more-
because they want the hen, they want the female to come to them. That's how it works in nature.
I
But you're
see.
trying to
get them.
them to
luring.
come in. So there's a couple tricks to make that happen, but it's really challenging. Yeah, call some turkeys, you know.
Yeah. So that's quite a skill you have there, Scotty. I've never participated in any such activity.
Dude,
But
we gotta get you out there.
No,
Free food walking around everywhere. You gotta go get it.
you won't get me out there. I haven't eaten.
What about
it.
mushroom hunting?
That I can
Right?
I can roll with this.
All right,
You
let's
can
go
see me
mushroom
out
hunting
there.
then.
Ooh,
'Cause I'll
is this
be-
called foraging?
Yeah,
I would like to forage for mushrooms with you.
dude, we can forage for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff out there.
I'm ready for that. See, that's more my jam.
All right, we'll go foraging then.
Was there any and is it okay to talk about any disastrous crashes? Like, have you had to take time off from your career because you just bit it so hard?
Yeah, man, all the time.
What's the hip lingo for when you crash when you're snowboarding?
Hey, shit.
All right.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Any you
pretty
have
much-
kind of some trauma from, and you wish I wasn't asking you?
No, none for me. I mean, I've broken but every bone there is to break.
Give me some
Snowboarding.
examples of the bones you've
All
broken.
right,
Lay them out there,
well,
Scotty.
We got
What
my
bones?
nose.
Yeah.
As you can see, this thing's mashed up.
I thought-
Collarbone,
Ooh.
both my wrist, my arm, 3 bones in my hand, my neck.
Like you almost forgot about that one.
Yeah, no. So my bone in my foot, sternum.
Sternum.
That
Oh,
one
that's a
sucked.
hit.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Damn.
But it's kind of like, I was just saying this the other day, like, being injured comes with it.
Yeah.
Or at least it came with it for me. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of snowboarders out there who just don't get hurt.
Somehow don't get hurt.
Somehow don't get
They
hurt.
make
And then
their
somehow, they're at the top, you know.
In your head, getting injured is a natural
For me,
part of the
I mean,
process.
like, it just came with it naturally, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
you know, you're snowboarding
You
every
feeling
single
any
day.
of that right now? You
Dude.
feeling it?
Like I said, I wake up, I feel like I get hit by a Mack truck.
Every day.
Crusty, man. It takes me like 15 minutes to get warmed up.
It's all
No.
janky. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I feel good. I really do. I feel great, you know. A little crust, but, you know, that shit breaks off. These things help.
You look
though.
so
These
fresh
are,
and so clean.
These
clean.
are good, man. Enjoy your life.
Mm,
Super good.
I'm down with it for sure.
These help with the crust.
Yeah, they do. They really help the crust
Yeah.
smooth out.
Yeah.
Are you actually personally responsible for creating any trick? Is there like he just did the Lego, or he just did the yada yada yada?
not really.
Lego made that one. Is there like one that you've like made?
Not really.
Not really,
I've
but
been
kinda?
I've
Is
been
there
the first
kinda?
person to do a couple tricks that have never been done before.
What are those?
Switch double backside rodeo 1080.
Switch double backside rodeo 1080. You're the
Yeah.
first guy to do this.
But like a lot of people will like put a name to it, right?
Yeah.
But really, it's a switch double backside rodeo 10. You know.
Yeah.
And like
What they put a name to it? Is it called the Lego?
no, but
What's it called?
no, that's what it's called. You
That's
know.
it.
But
There's no
yeah,
actual-
I had maybe honors to name it or
Yeah.
something like that. But I think a lot of people would probably still be like,
Man,
let's switch double back rodeo
Yeah, I
10.
gotcha. I know what you're saying there. The combo of those.
Yeah,
You like gifts?
I love gifts.
Gifts? You do?
Yeah, who the hell doesn't like gifts? Love them.
I don't know those people that don't like gifts.
Yeah, totally.
Those are different people.
Yeah, it's a different breed.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a gift.
Can't wait.
Here comes the gift.
All right. Oh, okay.
Here we go. Yeah, let's see if we can still get you to manage you to talk into the microphone here. This is my teacher mode always. Because I want you to pull these out one at a time. Throw them on the floor, whatever you do with the items as you go through them. You can move that mic. Yeah. Here we
All
go.
right. Whoa. full on goodie bag, dude.
You have a good box.
Thank you. Boom. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, trucker hat.
You got an Al Morata cap there. The guys from the Al Morata half marathon, they love you. That's a race down in Al Morata Key. You got a registration. You got a place to sleep. If you want to go do that in December,
What?
I'll
For
be
real?
there. I'm the MC. Yeah, man. Al Morata half marathon, 5K, some rum runner run. Good people. Eli Balin, what's up? Yeah.
Are you gonna race in it though?
No, I'm the MC.
I know, but
if you want to, I can. I got to do my job, but we can run at another time if you like.
you're
I'm running all week.
You're a runner.
Yeah.
Have you done a marathon
I'm
or
running
half
all
marathon
week.
before?
Yeah, I've done marathon.
You have?
Yeah.
I heard that's one of the most kind of surreal experiences ever.
It's something.
Yeah.
You're definitely pushing yourself.
Oh yeah.
For me, yeah.
Damn.
It's like mental. Yeah. You know.
Dude, all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, keep on rolling there,
Thank you,
man. What
boys.
else we
Yeah.
got in that box?
Dude.
If you put them back in the box, you're going to get confused.
Oh.
There's so many. There you go. Enjoy your
Yeah.
life. Tank top for when you're hanging in the gym,
That's what's up.
on the beach. Yeah.
Dude.
What's this? Evolvement Music. That's the studio this super sweet show is produced in. We love you. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Face mask?
Face mask. Yeah, that's
Need
a
that.
gator.
Need
It's a
that.
gator.
What do
You
we-
know.
Dude, this is a goodie
Keep
bag.
going in there.
Dude,
Ooh,
what do we
what is
got?
that?
Little shake action.
What does it say on the
It
front of
says
it?
oats overnight shake.
Yeah.
Peanut butter crunch.
Like solid, wholesome, healthy, good food. Those are good people. You're going to enjoy that.
Yummy.
Yeah. I'm making that clear. Yeah.
All right. Oh, yeah. That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
CD.
That's
Enjoy
my
your life.
not so new album that I want you to listen to.
Yes, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's all
yo,
good.
yo.
Yo. That's also from the people at the Al Morata half marathon and 5K. The guy that's the director for the race happens to be a yo-yo professional.
No
and
way,
he is
does
the
he really?
inventor of the Eli Hop.
Dude.
Yeah. So
I
that's
thought
why
for
that's
one
in there.
second you were sponsored by a yo-yo company, and that
Nope.
would be sick.
No, that's
But
that
damn,
same
dude.
guy.
I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look, 'cause I want to see his
The
yo-yo
Eli
checks.
Hop, type it in some way. All you got to remember is that he's the guy that made that real.
Great. Now that's all I need is another hobby.
Yeah.
Next time I see you, dude, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
sorry, man, you had a fly in your head. I just killed him with my yo-yo.
Yeah. No mistakes allowed.
Yeah, dude. Oh, this hoodie.
Oh, yeah. The Enjoy Your Life pullover, black hooded
Dude.
sweatshirt. Get in on that. That's the
That's
jam,
what's
man.
up.
Yeah.
This is what up with this?
That's a used golf ball.
Yeah,
I got to
it
give
is.
everybody something of mine that's
Dude,
used.
this is great.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably birdied with that one.
Yeah. That's doubtful. That's probably not real. Right
Oh.
here, boy.
Yeah.
1620 workwear.
1620. That's
Josh
what's
Walker
up.
hand delivered that package
Dude.
today. Wrote on it. He did it. He brought it here to the studio. Josh Walker for you.
Dude,
and
I
he
love
said he loves
1620
you.
gear, man. They I have a bunch of their gear, and I was wearing it all day today.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, you should take that out of there because it's a beautiful
Ugh.
garment. Josh Walker, 1620
Nice.
workwear,
Thank you,
making
Josh.
that good clothing.
Josh Walker's the man.
Oh my gosh, right
Nice little
there in the
surprise.
green. It's like the same
Oh,
color
dude,
you
this
have
is- yeah.
on, bro.
My whole wardrobe, dude.
Oh
I'm just
my
like olive
gosh.
green and
Looks good on you.
Brown.
You wear it well, Scotty. Yeah. There you go.
dude.
Came here just
on.
for you. Brought
Oh,
that
no
right here.
way.
There it is. A little
Yes,
enjoy your
dude.
life, bib.
For my son Ryder, he definitely needs a bib. He's
Yeah.
a mess all the time.
There you go. I like how you're making little
Dude, you're in the
humans.
bib game?
Yeah, I'm in the bib game. we
Dude,
got
you're-
onesies.
You got
Oh,
onesies?
we gotta get the enjoy
I
your
need to
life
step
brand
my
onesie.
game up.
Yeah, man.
I'm just making snowboards,
Diversify.
couple hoodies and stuff. I need to get in the bib game, dude.
Yeah, you got a lane though. You got a lane. Ooh, and enjoy your life. Session IPA to take home to consume at a later time.
I don't know. I might be drinking that thing.
Might
I'll
be
put that
getting
up on
into
the
it
stand. We
today.
got
Much
another
love to
face mask.
Riverwalk
That's what's
Brewing.
up.
There you go. You know, you love to enjoy your life. Maybe a lady
What do we
does
got,
too.
dude. Slightly
Stupid.
and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dude, jam.
Paul from Slightly Stupid was
Yep.
here just a couple of weeks ago. And so you can
No
know
way.
that that's from the hand of stupid.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's a nice jam band right there.
You like that. You like that. And that's for your lady. I guessed
Damn.
on her size.
Dude.
Yeah. I hope I didn't
We'll
get us
squeeze
wrong.
her into this thing.
That was only nice what he said.
Take it 2 ways.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's another one from the Morata Half Marathon and 5K,
Dude.
guys. A lightweight kind of
The softy.
hooded T-shirt,
You guys are
something.
spoiling me. All right. I got to go down.
Yeah, you should come down. Be happy to have you there.
Where is it again?
Morata Key.
Sounds warm.
Take like 9 days around it, hanging out. Couple thousands of people come running.
Dude.
Good vibes, buddy.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that from them too? Good golly. A lot from them.
Damn.
Look at that.
All right,
That
that's
kind of
it.
says
I
the
gotta go,
vibe
dude.
right there, boy.
That's it.
Yep.
We got a couple snacks down here too. We got
Oh,
some
yeah.
hemp extract protein bar.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
right on.
There you go.
Little Bill
Good,
bar.
clean protein for you, all plant-based.
Nice, man.
Yep. No turkeys in there. I'm sorry.
no turkey. That's fine.
What
What we got?
Ooh, that's actually also
the
my
door.
band. I'm just pushing my music on you, Scotty.
that's-
Free Volt.
Are you kidding me?
You're gonna like that jam right there.
Don't be sorry. I'm stoked.
telling you,
I appreciate
buddy.
that.
I'm telling you.
I believe you.
Yeah. Thank you.
A couple stickers and then boom.
There you go. It's a good box. It was actually a goody
amazing box.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Of course.
That was
And
one hell
actually,
of a
Josh
goodie box.
Walker from 1620 was the one who filled me in on your turkey calling ability.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
did go out hunting with Josh.
He said you're quite the outdoorsman.
Yeah,
Very
I do.
impressed
I
by
like
what
to be
you're
out
doing.
there. I like
Yeah.
to be out there.
So, you went to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
That is, for most people in anything in the world of athletics, the absolute top of the game, the pinnacle point, the Olympics, where the world's best athletes come together. Let's talk about first, how do you know you're in the running? Do you know you're in the running? Like, you try out to be in the thing? How does that happen?
Yep. Yeah, you got to try out to make the team. So, in order to be eligible to try out, you have to have a certain amount of points. You have to have, you have to have at least a top 30 in a FIS event.
Yep.
And
Which
then,
you had you were first in an FIS, or second?
Yeah, I got a first in one World Cup in Saas-Fee, Switzerland.
Okay.
So anyway, so you got to get essentially just build up points,
Mhm.
and then be like, all right, you hit a certain.
Now you're eligible
Now
to
you're
be
eligible
considered.
to be, to compete and try out, and then.
Okay.
So in the States, every country is different. Some countries might just pick their team, but in the States we compete for it. So, we had 5 Grand Prix, and they took your 2 best results, and so I ended up getting 2 seconds and a third, which secured my spot. So it was.
So you
Sean
knew
White.
immediately upon that, like, there's
was
no
the
like
year
waiting
of the
phase.
Olympics. It was a year of Olympics, like leading. It was December, January, where we competed for the spot, and then boom, right after.
So there was no like waiting. Like, you knew upon those results, I'm in.
Yep.
And then how long from the point where you were like, I'm in the Olympics,
Until the Olympics.
until you were actually
I think it was
going
around
to the
like
Olympics?
maybe 3 or 4 weeks, something like
3 or
that.
4 weeks.
Yep.
Wow.
So it was kind of like
So
we had a nice private pipe.
Did you have a good Did you have a good idea that you were gonna make it in? Like, were you pretty confident? Like, you knew
that
and
was my-
Sean and whoever were
No,
like,
I
were you a
wasn't.
shoe in or no?
Really? No, not really. I mean, like, I had to step it up, but I did that year, and I got a lot better that year.
Yeah.
And I put my runs down.
Who was the team that
It was
chosen?
Sean White,
Yep.
myself, Greg Bretz, and Louis Vito.
All right. So now you have 3 to 4 weeks. You're in. Are you doing some kind of special training over that time?
We're just riding a lot of half pipe,
Yep.
and thinking about the runs that we might want to do, working on any tricks that give us, a hard time. And so I was on the, not only did we make the, Olympic team, but prior to that, I was on the U.S. snowboard team. So,
Right, yeah.
which is an awesome resource.
Right, you're the
two
quarter
coaches.
pipe
They help
world
you with the
champion, or however that's worded.
that was I don't know how that's in my bio. That was like when I was like a kid. It was cool. No, I know, right?
I don't know why that's
like
still in there. Actually,
no, for real.
I'm like, what is that actually tied
to? It was
to?
a long time ago, but I ended up winning like a trip to with Red Bull and Snowboarder Mag to tour all over Europe to all the different like snow domes and stuff like that.
Yep.
Pretty fun.
So all right, we're in the 3 to 4 weeks here. You guys just hitting the quarter pipes like normal.
and on the U.S. teams we have benefits of the physicians and sports psychologists and board techs and so we're kind of utilizing all that and training and getting ready.
So is your training at all being distracted by now it's been announced that you're in the Olympics? Are you now distracted by interviews and press trying to get at you when you're like, I'm just trying to ride, but your team is like, your manager's like, no, you got to do this interview, you got to do this. Is that distracting at all, or was that easy to balance?
Not being, not leading up to the Olympics, it wasn't too crazy. Definitely did quite a few interviews and stuff like that. But after the Olympics was
insanity.
Yeah, it was insanity.
So let's now. All right, the 3 to 4 weeks are up. You pack your bags. What do I bring? I don't know. I'm going to the Olympics. You get on the plane. What's the destination?
Vancouver.
You're in Vancouver, right? Now, when you get off and you get to the location, it's like Olympic City. Like, oh my God, the Olympics is taking over the scene here. There's like statues and whatever, and it's like all Olympics. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, pretty much. They erected the Olympic Village. It's like they just build up something like where like all the athletes stay in, and you got like full restaurants and stuff like that in there, and it's pretty crazy. It's like the infrastructure that they put into it just for for a couple weeks span or whatever.
Are you ultimately feeling at some level of royalty at this point as you're coming out of your room?
Well,
going
for
to
sure.
Get your food
you're representing the U.S. You know what I mean? And like, I consider myself a patriot. So like, I was super proud to rep USA. And it was just really cool. You see all the other countries. Russia, China. Finland. List goes on. But it was kind of cool to like, we got all this gear. We got tons of gear. From Ralph Lauren and Polo and all the Olympic sponsors and stuff. So like, and it was all official USA team gear. You got so to your big room, USA. Like, you know what I mean? USA snowboarding. Yeah. So like, it was cool to like just run that stuff around the scene and just kind of rep USA. But we actually did not stay at the Olympic Village, mainly because we want our own spot to kind of stay away from the chaos and the scene. It's like, for example, attention. Like say we're like staying next to a bobsledder or something like that who won a gold medal, the night before, you're going to go ride and compete. Like that guy's going to be up partying. That girl's going to be up, raging, and like just kind of taking away one possible factor
that could affect,
affect exactly. Yeah. So we separated ourselves. We got we had a couple houses up close to the mountain, and
So how many days you get to the houses at the mountain? How many days you chilling before it's showtime?
I think we rode the next day, flew in, and then started practice.
Rode the next day. Okay.
Next day, I believe. But it was really, really low snow. Pipe was not in great shape.
What's the actual category you're competing in here?
It was for a super pipe, half pipe. Okay. Yep.
And so does that take place over a period of 5 days? Is that how it works?
No, it was like, no, I think the whole contest was 1 day. Ollies? Am I going crazy? Ollies? I think that's it. Yeah, I think it was just 1 day. 1 day. Like, you got qualifiers. If you got in the top 4, you could skip the next round.
Oh.
So
you're out. You come out for qualifying round. What time? It's like 11 in the morning.
Yeah, I think it was probably like 8:30 or something like that.
So what do you get? 1 run? You get 3 runs? How does it work?
Yeah, you get 2 runs, and then they take your best score out of that.
Yep. Did you crush that first run? You came down. Are you having different kinds of nerves and jitters than you normally would because it's the Olympics and the night? But you're just like, nah, bro, I'm crushing it. I'm ready to ride.
The weird thing is, I really wasn't that nervous.
Yeah.
Honest, because maybe it was because my main goal was just to make the Olympic team, and I was stoked to be at the Olympics.
You're already,
You know,
I'm already here.
And then winning a medal. Obviously, I was going to give it my all, but winning a medal would be a bonus.
Yeah.
So I really wasn't that stressed out, and I was also prepared on every level. You know, I mean, I had all my boards perfectly tuned. I had backup boards. You know, we had all the food and you know, all the coaching and sports psychologists, and we were ready on every level. So I think that really kind of gave me a peace of mind going into it. But anyway, so I ended up making it to the finals, and you know, I put down my run that I wanted to put down. Yeah. Actually, to that time, I had never fully connected the run, even during practice or anything like that. I put it down in finals, which was nuts. So when I landed, I was like, you know, that's the run that I wanted to do. And
did you scream?
Yeah, I screamed. Because I knew I just put down the run that I wanted to land. Yep. You know, and
that's my run right there.
It felt good, and I kind of knew at that point that I'd be sitting pretty good.
Yeah. So now you are, you know, at that point you're an Olympic gold medalist. You've done the thing. You've won a medal. What's left? Like what? Like at that point, you're like, all right, I did that. What do I want to do now?
No, because snowboarding's a little bit differently, right? Like, so, like, you know, maybe for an event, I already used bobsled as an analogy,
bobsled,
but
okay.
It works good for this. So, maybe for a bobsledder, that would make sense, right? Because Olympics are the pinnacle. You know what I mean? It's like if you're not making a profession, you know, bobsledding. At least I don't think.
No.
You know, you're not getting sponsors and stuff like that. So, like, snowboarding it's a culture. You know what I mean? It's, you know, the competition side is just one aspect of it. I love to film. I love to shoot photos for magazines. Yeah. During the right contest, I like to compete too. Yeah. But yeah. So it's just whatever. Just keep grinding and keep riding and having fun.
So that's kind of was like leading into my next question here. Do you prefer the raw grit of competition, or would you rather be like making appearances, going out, nailing some tricks, saying what's up to people, signing some autographs? Or do you like to get out? Like, are you like, man, I need to compete. I'm itching.
No,
I'm itching.
I don't. I never really loved competing. I'm very competitive, but I still never really loved competing. You know, just because, you know, mentally it's draining, you know, like even like a week, you know, 2 weeks before a contest, you know, I'm like getting the butterflies 2 weeks out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, that's not fun.
It's catching you
know
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, totally. So, and I found a, you know, a hard time really enjoying myself when I was competing. Of course, when you put down your run and you land and you know, you make the podium, there's no better feeling on planet Earth.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, when you fall, you know what I mean? There's no worse feeling.
So does any of this like lead you to like bouts with depression? Does that happen?
No, I've been pretty.
Not that
guy. No, you know, everyone's wired differently. But, you know, for me, no, never depression or anything like that. But I would just get so bummed when I would fall in a contest. I'd be like, you know, I'm never competing again or whatever. A lot of times I would win practice, you know, and like fall on like my last hit in finals, you know what I mean? Be like, why can't I put it together, you know? And, you know, what was lacking is like my mental game. Kind of choke, essentially, you know? When people would like rise to the occasion, I would be like choking, you know? So like I really worked on that and you know, got better.
Right on. Let's carve our lane into the Lago snowboard brand. When does this come to be?
This came to be like 6 years ago.
Yep.
I was riding for Flow at the time, and it offered me a contract.
You were riding for Flow. Yep.
Yeah, I was riding for Flow snowboards, both on their bindings and boards. I think I was on Nike boots at the time, but yeah, I just wanted to start my own brand. I mean, like I just thought the freedom that came with it. And it would be awesome to make it
Like
you know,
Tony
awesome
Alva, yeah.
product.
Yep.
Exactly, you
Yep.
know? And like I saw some of my best buddies make super successful brands like Danny Castro, Grenade Gloves, you know. There
Yep.
was nothing cooler than that company or what he was doing and the way he was doing it. You know, or like Peter Lyon and Forum Snowboards. You know, he had the Forum 8. It was like the 8 best snowboarders, you know,
Yeah.
in the world, and they were all on one team, you know, and it's like they would put out these sick videos, and it's like, you know, being an owner of that caliber, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to be, you know, or they were my inspiration. I'm still working towards that. But.
So at this moment, you go on to LegoSnowboards.com. That's the main location for this brand. And you get on there and you have, first you see these super dope looking snowboards. And then if you are a snowboarder and you click on it and you swipe to the left, you have more specs than I know what to do with about the board. Now, you understand all those specs that are there?
Dude,
that are
honestly,
listed?
I don't.
You don't, right?
I understand most of them, but some of them.
I'm like, how many numbers can be involved here? I'm like, what is going on with this?
Yeah, right. I mean, like, but like some people love that, right? They're just like very,
okay,
you know, spec, you know, oriented. You know, they want to know
heavy
like all
specs.
these, you know, whatever. And I'm just like, oh, it's a
So,
snowboard. You know,
so
like,
we have these snowboards there. They're super dope looking. I know that people out there loving them, buying them up right now. There's 3 styles on there, and then you got some gear there. I totally dig the home sweet home.
Oh, appreciate
like
that.
there's the sweatshirt vibe, and then there's also a T-shirt, I believe, that has it.
Yep.
I was like, this, fingers crossed, kind of hoping you brought me one, but you didn't.
Dude, I'm so lame. I'm gonna make a special. I'm gonna bike over here tomorrow and maybe run. Start training for the half marathon.
So is the brand your main focus? Are you hands-on in the operation, making things happen?
So
is it
now,
like your name's
totally.
just on it? Now you're on it.
Yeah,
You're involved.
Yeah. I've been involved since day one. I mean, it's
Yep.
just honestly me and my wife, you know.
Yep.
But
You still
I haven't-
happy and excited about it?
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. You know, it's honestly pretty simple, right? Because I have the boards dialed. I mean, I used to work one of the board techs when I used to ride for Flow.
Yep.
We designed a bunch of pro models together. So when I decided to, you know, start my own company, I reached out to him, and he was working at this factory already.
Yep.
He got laid off from Flow and started working for this factory, and we already knew where to start, you know, and it was perfect. So like he's like the guru behind all the specs and the product and stuff like that. We tried a bunch of different stuff, and I would test a bunch of different boards until I found like the perfect balance, you know. So that's kind of how it started, and then we just kind of each year, you know, reach out to either a different artist or
So who are the artists on the boards that I'm seeing there?
This year is done by Doug Clark out of Burlington, Vermont. He does an awesome job. He used to
How do you know
skateboard
Doug
graphics.
Clark? Like, how does this guy come
I
into
actually
your world?
know him from he used to work at Fuse Marketing. It's called Fuse Marketing in Burlington, Vermont. So they handled when I used to ride for Mountain Dew, they handled all the Mountain Dew photo shoots and our contracts and appearances and all that stuff. So I knew him from there, and
I gotcha. Yeah.
Yep.
So, you give them total freedom. Here's, I just need some artwork for the top and the bottom of this board.
No, so I'm kind of behind all the artwork. So right now I'm starting my, I guess, inspiration board for my boards next year.
Yeah.
I'm a year behind. Like all the other brands have their boards already dialed for next year, but that's because everyone sells into the retail. The retail buys now for next year. They need to look at the boards and stuff like that. So I'm all online.
Talking to the buyers, you're not doing that. You're selling
I'm just exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's easier. And there's
where are the boards? Are they?
I'm able to sell them cheaper,
like
a lot cheaper, because I don't have any markup or anything like that. But I guess it's tough because no one can hold it and feel it and stuff like that, you know. But I think word's starting to get out now that the boards are pretty dope, because I truly believe they're one of the best boards out there. For like,
there's hundreds out there, there's thousands out there. What you guess?
Yeah, I mean,
you'd say thousands. At this
I would say
point.
thousands. Yeah. Gotta be close to it. I don't know where I was going.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'm stoked
on
on
a
the
tangent.
it's LegoSnowboards.com.
Yep.
Let's say that. And there's also, once again, some totally hip gear on there. I don't wear socks. I saw the socks and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't wear socks, but I'd wear those.
Yeah. They're comfy.
And I've never been on a snowboard aside from like a hill like the Amesbury Sports Park,
Right.
but I'd wear the socks.
Damn it. All right. You're
Yeah.
getting socks then.
Yeah. Put those in your
That's what
basket on your bicycle,
I will.
Scotty.
Yeah.
So you're a regular human doing regular things, and then all of a sudden you're partaking in these things that are causing people to treat you like you are not a normal human, like you are something special. They're like, oh, Scotty, autograph. Like humans are throwing themselves at you and cheering for you. In this process, humans have to consider their ego and how do I manage this? And in your situation, you had a lot of people gassing you up, telling you how amazing you are. Did that lead you to becoming a monster, to taking advantage of your position? In hindsight, do you look back and say, I was a bad person? Or are you like, I handled that very well? And if you did, how did you keep it together?
I think, no, I don't have any regrets. I think I'm a pretty humble guy, and I never really let it get to my head. Of course, some of the stuff I just, either A, had to say no to an interview, or I couldn't go ride with a friend or anything like that. And, they might be like, dude, Scotty's a dick. But, like,
Scotty's not cool anymore.
Yeah, but I just, I literally couldn't pull it off, But I think it all comes down to, honestly, the foundation my parents instilled in me, and like,
you
have
parents.
a solid, love my parents. Yeah. Yep. You have a solid foundation as a kid, that just stays with you. It's your moral code. It's your compass, and, when you're doing something wrong, after, with your moral compass,
Yeah.
And I've always tried to stay true to that, and it's easy because it's just, it felt right,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like
you
to
don't wake up
think
feeling, aside from your crusty joints and body, you don't wake up feeling terrible
right
about the human that you
not to
are.
say that I have not done some bad shit. Of course I have.
Boy, there's been some parties, let me tell you.
I mean, I'm a snowboarder, but yeah.
Don't rule that out. So basically, you've been on the podium of every event that you've ever been in. The list is completely ridiculous. I'm just gonna name a couple here. World Quarterpipe Champion. You like when I say that one. FIS World Cup Halfpipe. What's 2006 Paul Mitchell Progression Session. X Games Halfpipe. O'Neill Evolution Quarterpipe. Grand Prix Slopestyle. Vans Cup. New Zealand Open Halfpipe. World Cup Halfpipe Opener. Aaron Style Quarterpipe Champ. X Games Slope. It just goes on. And Winter Olympics. Winter X Games. Toyota Big Air. Now to make that happen, what I'm saying basically is, you have to work hard, right? Like, would you say that as much as we know that you're naturally skilled, you're athletic, you're talented, how much of this is because you're just a committed, dedicated, savage, die-hard work individual?
90%.
Yeah.
And I think that goes for everything. You know what I mean? You can do a lot with grit, determination, willpower. And, for me, a big thing was goal setting. Like, I stand by that, like, seeing what you want, and be like, all right, how do I get there? Baby steps, you know what I mean? And, like, boom, being goal oriented, not being result focused. Like, oh, like, dude, I didn't win. Like, what the hell am I like? No, like, learn from your mistakes, and keep growing. And,
Did you watch kids that were around you on the come up with you that slipped to the other side of it, that were like, were you a getting back out there, working with your coaches, working on your tricks, had goals that were like riding on the fact that they were just nasty and then partying like a little too much and going a little too far and falling off that side. Be like, bro, this dude would have been so nice, but he could have kept it together. But
Totally. And I've seen that a lot.
yeah.
I mean, there's so many talented riders out there. I'm just like, dude, you are way better than me. Like, what are you doing? You know, like, if you literally, like, you know, use your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
busy,
you
like,
would
eating oxys.
like,
and then,
you're
like,
so damn talented. Like, I have a list of freaking 20 riders that are just unbelievably talented that they kind of blew, you know. And honestly, one of my best friends, Mason Gear, I mean, like, he's open, talks about it and stuff like that. He had life by the balls.
Yeah.
I mean, he was getting a huge contract from Nike and you know, hooked up from Burton, you know. It's like, you know, was, you know, living life and doing it well, you know, and riding, and he kind of just, you know, got into drugs and alcohol and what you said, you know, it was just too comfy, you know. It's like, dude, you gotta grind, you know, even if you're there, you know. And like we all saw it, and then, you know, one thing led to another, you know.
Yeah, man. Tough way to go down. So you're a kind of dude. So what we just discussed, your ego, that stuff didn't get to you. You've never been a guy that people come around and are like, that dude is terrible. You have plenty of opportunities to do that, but you continue to be a humble and kind individual. You actually give back. Like, you do things to assist the community, to assist humans directly. Are you aware that you do that? You know some of the things that you've done to help out others?
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I want to do a lot more of that.
Yep.
And I got to make time. I got to find time to do that because it's very important. But I honestly can't say that I have been a person that has given back a lot. And that's something that I want to do more of.
Yep. So let's talk about, like, the floating hospital for children. You did something to give back there. Is that accurate?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why? Like, you're, like, sitting at home in your underwear watching TV, and you're like, geez, I want to go do something to raise some money for the floating.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, like,
how does that
you know, I just know, like, you know, when you're a kid, you know, and you know, I'm going to use this reference again, maybe to Terry Hawkinson. When I was a kid, you know, I would see him ride, and he was a hero of mine. And I remember the exact conversations we had, you know, when he was just whatever, you know. So, like, that just means so much to kids, you know. And I mean, like, especially kids, you know, dealing with cancer, you know what I mean, and you know, already struggling and stuff like that. And I mean, it just goes a lot more than people think.
Yeah. Provide hope,
so I wanted
inspiration, light, like,
totally. And then
sense of
they're
love.
just stoked to, you know, to meet you or whatever, watch your snowboarding or whatever. You know, actually probably majority haven't. Yeah. But, you know, they maybe YouTubed me after that, you know, after that. But you know, I think it makes an impact, and I know it did to me when I was a kid. And I was never in the situation those kids were. So, yeah.
You happy with the life you've chosen and lived thus far?
I am.
You actually feel like you chose your life, or did your life choose you?
No, I think I feel like I've chose my life.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
No 9 to 5, no cubicle for Scotty boy.
My whole life I've been anti, like, schedule, anti, like, being boxed in.
Yeah.
Because, like, even, like, going to, like, a snowboard academy, right? First of all, they were too expensive and didn't really have the, you know.
What does that mean, a snowboard
academy?
Like,
so, like,
college for snowboarding?
No, before college, high school.
Okay.
Or grade school, you know. So, like, you'll go do school in the morning or whatever, and then snowboard the rest of the day, and then school after. So, like, they're training, you know, professional snowboarders, professional skiers.
I got you.
In their disciplines, stuff like that. So a lot of good snowboarders and skiers come out of academies.
Makes sense.
Totally. But still, you had to be on their schedule. They had to tell you, you know, when you're going to go ride, you know, when you're going to do your homework, you know, and, you know, they were only going to certain contests and stuff like that. And it really kind of wasn't my style. I mean, like, I kind of wanted to be open, free with my schedule. And then that way, when you're free and open with your schedule, I mean, you're able to capitalize on opportunities that, that other people would, have to take a hard pass on.
Yeah, and you've proven that your approach is successful, I think. Yeah.
It's a path,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's so many different paths you can take.
Do you think you'll ride forever? You'd be 80 on a mountain?
Dude, I'm just trying to picture myself 80. I feel like,
Here
definitely,
now,
dude, if I have,
boys.
the leg strength,
Watch this matching
it's
transition.
snowboarding, just regular riding the mountain is like walking, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I don't see why I wouldn't. Would I still be jumping at 80? Who knows? With modern technology, baby, you never know.
Yeah,
I'm
might
gonna
be
get
no
some
bones
bionic
left.
knees, dude. I'm just getting
Check me out, Joe.
calibrating. Front sight 1080.
So what is next? I know that you're super inspired by having the Lego snowboard brand, but what else are you striving towards right now? Is there something on the radar, Scotty? You trying to be an actor? What's happening with you?
You got it.
Yes,
No.
there it is. There it is.
You nailed it, dude. All right, here's my...
Whatever it is.
Yeah. No, man, that's a great question. Honestly, I don't really have a solid answer for you.
No.
Still kind of trying to figure that out,
What do you want to do with your life? Because
I know,
this
right?
huge part of your life that is so monumental and epic happened in young years, where you've already kind of taken over the world. Now it's like, oh, I got to do something else now. And so you got the brand going, and now it's like, oh yeah, now what?
Yeah, man, I'm still trying to find my path, something that I'm super passionate. Be like, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For snowboarding, it was that for me. It's I saw being a professional snowboarder, no other plan B. That was it. And I knew I was going to be a professional snowboarder.
You think you might just
I would
want to
love-
stay at home, be a dad?
I mean, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's challenging. It's a different kind of challenging.
Yeah.
It's you're sitting there and you're just like, I can't get anything done. You know what I mean?
You're gonna kind of force your kid to ride a snowboard, be like, yeah, put this on your feet, let's go, get down the thing, yeah, this is how you do it. Or you don't care.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll definitely be stoked to,
What's your kid's
see him
name?
snowboard. His name's Ryder.
Ryder. It seems like there's a little bit of push towards the
Yeah, right.
snowboard world with
Yeah.
that name there.
Yeah, totally.
Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna get him on a board.
Yep.
But I'm not crazily motivated. I'm I don't want to be a professional snowboarder, essentially.
Yeah.
You're
gonna love Ryder.
it's great. It's
whether
fun.
there's
It's
no
go
riding
enjoy it,
involved.
and go enjoy snowboarding, but don't turn it into a profession. I don't think it's the best profession,
Yeah. So
Well, it just comes with a lot of sacrifice, bodily injury is
Look at you.
number one, you know what I mean?
yeah, you're a wreck.
I'm a fucking...
You're a wreck, dude. Just your body. Your mind seems to be in a great place. I like to see that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's real. So what goes on here on this show, Scotty? First, I asked you to come here. I personally reached out to you and asked you
I'm
to come
stoked
on
you
the
did.
show.
I'm having
Yeah,
a good
man.
time.
For two reasons. First reason,
Mm-hmm.
like we've been saying, I love how you figured out what you're into. You found a passion, and you weren't like, oh, that's not a real thing that can actually happen. You found the passion, and you stuck to it, took you riding a snowboard and made it an option for a reality that can provide food for your mouth, for your family, and live on. You took something, riding a snowboard, an idea, a concept, a passion, and made it a real thing. You excelled in your career. That you didn't without your career, this whole snowboarding, it wouldn't even have existed. You could have just went on and worked at someplace. I love you for that, man. I'm proud of you for having the
Appreciate that.
confidence,
Thanks,
whatever
Mark.
it is that gave you that confidence to be like, I'm doing this. Incredible. Second thing, which is perhaps even more valuable as life goes on, is that you're a good person. I can look you in the eyes like I'm staring at you right now and be like, bro, You're a good dude. I appreciate you. I respect the individual that you are. We sat together today. I haven't talked to you in, I think it's been 11 years.
Yep.
Right? And we sat down today. You came in and it was like, you're a regular human. There was no boundary there. It was like people being people with each other.
Totally.
Like, nice.
I
respect
appreciate
that, man.
Thank
So
you.
You're offering something on a personal level that is just love, ultimately. Here's your roses while you can smell them. You're a good dude. I'm proud of you, man. It's cool. From a guy that's sitting over here far away, I see what you're doing. I love it, man. I'm happy to tell you that. Nice
Thanks so
work,
much.
man. Like, it comes down to life. Like, that's what we're doing, just living life. Nobody knows what the point is. And it looks like from here and from what I've experienced with you, you're a good person. I appreciate what you're offering to the world.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. If I made that clear, I
Dude,
love you,
I'm
man.
gonna just replay that and just any down day I got, man. I'm just gonna like listen to this podcast and be like,
praise, baby boy. Just praise, man. You deserve it. I just had to make sure I give you due respect. You want to play a game? You like games?
Sure.
Okay, it's easy. It's called Fast, Fun, and Not So Smart. I'm gonna speak quickly. It's gonna be fun because what else are we gonna do? Not have fun. You can't have a goal that's not fun. Not so smart because you're answering the questions rather quickly. Nothing too serious. Don't worry or get concerned or rub your chin like something's going on. It's not like that. Fast, fun, and not so smart. Scotty Lago. Best mountain to snowboard on in a t-shirt.
Mammoth Mountain, California.
Mammoth Mountain. You had an answer. Yeah, why? You have one meal left to eat. What meal is it?
Sushi.
Sushi.
Shit, I take it back. Steamers and lobster.
Sushi has a default. A state in the United States of America has to be completely eliminated. Just one of them. You have 3 seconds to decide. What state is gone? Scotty Lago. 3, 2, 1.
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
I'm sorry.
That's the first time we've
mean.
had that as an answer. Best helmet company in the snowboard world.
Burn helmets.
Burn, there it is. A rider that it felt so good to beat in a competition. You comfortable to say it? You were like, yeah, boy, I did just beat you.
iPod. Yuri Podlachikov.
He still feels good saying it. Yeah. Oh, you happy you came out of your house?
Yeah.
Cool,
Good time.
Man. That's it. That's the game. That's
That was
as much
good.
as it was.
That was good.
That's it. That's as deep as I'm getting there. You have anything else you feel like you want to talk about here? Let's get your social media situations out there.
Yeah,
Even though I don't think you need any more followers, but what's the Instagram jam?
Instagram is just at Scotty Lago.
At Scotty Lago. That's
Lago.
Lago.
And that's pretty much all I do.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's
I
what's
think I
going
forgot
on.
my Twitter password. And,
That's what's it.
every time I tweet, I lose followers, anyways. You know.
Is there like?
And then Facebook.
Yep.
I don't Facebook.
Website. People do those kind of things. You just like stick to my Instagram.
Yeah.
I want to watch some videos of you doing whatever the hell you do. Where do I go? Just YouTube Scotty Lago. See what happens.
You could YouTube.
Yeah.
You could YouTube me or just check out my Instagram. Kind of scroll through the feed. I haven't really done too much boarding this year, so you'll see a little bit. But
are we gonna see you out there at all? Is there any plan of like being in a competition again? You're ramping up. You're feeling ready. Coming out
dude,
of this.
I actually have
on top
felt
of it all
better this year than I ever have. Oddly.
Than you ever have.
No, like straight up, like coming, like it was my first day of riding when I was out in Aspen this year, and I've never felt as good as I was, which is weird. So I'm like, what should I take from that? Like, was it good conditions? You know, was I like my body right? You know, but no, I don't have any plans of competing, but maybe in a different category. Like I could see, like, dude, border cross could be like pretty damn fun.
A different thought here. Like, snowboarding is kind of associated with an age bracket. Is that gonna go away?
Certain riders just defy that. You know, like they're just still so sick at a certain age. You know,
who's the Tony Hawk of the snowboarding world?
Man, in my
that you're like, can you just go away now with like winning still?
Oh. I mean, Shaun White, you
Yeah,
know? I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like, damn, like, he's so good. He's been so good forever.
Yeah.
And he's still so damn good, you know? And he can do it in skateboarding, too. It's like, what? Bro, you're
We're going to
talented.
see you in another competition of some sort.
I'd like to.
I want to be there. I want to give you the hype before you go down.
I need that. That'll give me that confidence, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, with you as my hype man, I think I'd just go right back to full pro tour next year.
We got it. We'll have a good time. All right, man. Well, I feel great once again. Really appreciate you coming out here today, Scotty.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
You're a good human. I got to give a lot of love to our super sweet support system at Enjoy Your Life brand, Riverwalk Brewing Company, and the Higher Education Music and Arts Festival. You know, I already asked you to lean on that subscribe button for me. Click it one time. Help out, y'all. I love you, love you, love you. This is offering something. My name, still the same, Michael Bernier. That's Scotty Lago right there. And you are so beautiful. You ready to go, Scotty?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's peace time. Love ya.